How are you guys progressing out there?
Well, we're getting better. You see a lot of progress, and excited about that. Excited about them having a little fun with practice, and excited about the progress that they're making. And I think they feel good about it. We still got a lot of work to do, but we're making progress.
What can you tell us about the defensive end position opposite Miles Garrett and some of those other guys?
Well, the thing that we're talking about is a team, and certainly we like where we are. But I don't mind talking about a position in terms of defensive end. We feel like that could end up being our strong point. Not only just at end, but up front. We got some really talented guys up there, and they've come to work every day. And Coach Price and Coach Hagee have done a great job, preparing those guys for practice, and they've done a great job responding. So, and I think we've made some big improvements up front.
You seen anything out of your corners that give you some confidence in them?
Oh, no doubt. And like I said, we're getting better. But again, there's still work to do. Yeah, we got several corners that I feel good about, and it's a matter of them to continue to grow and confident. It's a position that you got to have talent to play, but you got to have a short memory. You're not going to make every play. Sometimes you're going to get balls thrown over your head. Hopefully that won't happen very often. You got to be able to forget those, and you got to be ready to rack it up and go play again. We've got some talent at corner. We got a couple guys that are nicked up right now, and that's what happens in spring practice. You practice good physical, tough style of football. You're going to get some guys that are nicked up, but there's been a couple guys that have shown really well there.
Having had a chance to see him work with him, what have your thoughts been on Miles Garrett?
Oh, again, I'm not ready to talk about individuals. Like I said, we'll talk about the position, and I think defensive end is going to be a strong position for us. There's no question about that.
Coach, can you talk about the origins of your attack drill, how long you've been using it, and how A&M players responded to doing it this spring?
I think probably 26, 27 years, and they responded well. Exactly what we wanted to see. It's a tough drill, and there's nowhere to hide. You've got to be a man, and you got to go through it, and you got to work, and like I said, there's nowhere to hide. And after we've done it a couple times, we got guys that want to do it. They look forward to it, and they're not running away from the drill. So that's the response that you want to get. And to be honest with you, everywhere I've been, that's been the response. Because they understand it's football, and that drill's all about football. If there's just one drill that you got, that's going to help you with defensive football, in my opinion, that's as good as it gets.
How do you think your defense has improved in the spring going against the A&M offense?
I think they've learned a new scheme, a new style, up front, and again, starting with the front again, a more attacking style, and I think they like it. I think they enjoy it. We're giving them some opportunities to really get off the ball, and with the pressures that we employ, that gives them an opportunity as defensive linemen to draw some one-on-one blocks, and they enjoy that part of it too. But it's no secret about what we do. We're pressure defense, have been for a long time, and that's what we're going to continue to do. And what we found is that most guys that are in this system love it because it gives them opportunity to make big plays.
When you were considering this job, was there any debate in your mind about whether to coach a defense opposite such a fast-paced offense? Because it does change the way you practice, change the way you play a little bit.
Not really. I mean, you look and I don't know, 80%, 90% of the teams that you play, they run a fast-paced offense, and so you're playing against it all the time. And to be quite honest with you, we practiced at it. We practiced against it a good bit, even before. So it's kind of where football has taken us. It's a different style, but no, that didn't have anything to do with it at all. And to be quite honest with you, like I said, when you look at the commitment that Texas A&M has made, and it's easy to see, that this can be and is a great place to be. There's no question about that. And certainly, a school that's made the commitment to play on a championship level. You look at all the things that are going on, and with the buildings and what they're doing, and the kind of support that this program's getting. So you got to have that, and then you got to be able to go recruit. It's in a state where there's a lot of talent, so you're able to recruit here. So those were the main things, and as coaches, that's what you're looking for, is an opportunity to win. and win big, and it's here at Texas A&M.
Coach,
how pleased are you getting close to the end of the spring with how quickly your players have adapted to your scheme?
You know, coaches won't tell you that they're completely pleased. You know, you wish you had 13 more days or 14 or 15 more days, but everybody's got the same amount, and we've made progress. And listen, that can't stop when we quit practicing, okay? You know, hopefully we've given them a base that they can go out and work on some things on their own, you know, and continue to grow and actually, you know, be better when we start back in fall practice. And certainly, you know, they'll be stronger because they'll have some cycles in the weight room that they can do. But you want it to be an ongoing process, and once you get that established, then it happens year round. You know, the older guys are teaching the younger guys, and they're out working on stuff on their own, and they're getting better because the older guys will have known and been in the system long enough. So I think we've got enough of that going on that, you know, they'll be able to do some things on their own that will help make them better in the off season.
Coach talked about adjusting to the system, but what about those injured guys? I know that they're not able to go out there on the field and actually implement it and play, but how are they adjusting as far as the classroom and things like that? Well,
you know, they're doing a good job, but it's not like practicing, you know, but those are things that you can't control. And you know, if you're going to stay happy in this business, you find the things that you can control and work on them and make them better, and the ones that you can't, you know, you can't worry about, you know. But certainly, you know, we've put some you know, time in the classroom with those young men, and they know they just hadn't been able to practice, and it'll, you know, when we get here in the fall, we're going to take off with those guys, you know, because there's several of those guys that are going to be playing a lot for us this fall, and we're going to have to count on them. And you know, fall practice will be big for them.
Coach, what would you like to see from your team on Saturday as you wrap things up?
Well, you know, again, another day of improvement. You know, and I got asked this earlier, and this is really, you know, in a nutshell, you know, what we want to see not only on Saturday but from here on out, you know, until the end of the season, we want to see how much this team can improve daily, and you know, certainly. We anticipate and we'll have to play, you know, really good football, you know, looking at the schedule, really good football early on. But we expect this team to keep getting better, and that's going to have to be our focus, is to improve daily. And if we do that, we will be a really good football team at the end of the season.
Coach, you mentioned that the talent's all there, it's just a lack of confidence with this team, understandably so considering the season last year. And it's hard without a game to develop confidence, but perhaps maybe through the attack drill that Kate had mentioned, are you seeing any guys walk away maybe with a little bit more of a head held high after practice?
I think we've seen some of that, absolutely, and not every day, but yeah, we've seen a good bit of it, and we talked about it as a unit, and you know, certainly we want them to feel good about accomplishing certain things, and I think they understand that, and listen, these guys are talented and they want to be good, and they're working hard at it, and the confidence is growing. There's no doubt about that, and I think they're enjoying, you know, practicing football. You know, you know, you're going to find out that you know, the guys that are really, really great players have a love and a passion for the game, and you know, it's hard to show when you know, when you're not having the success that you feel like you need to have. And but it's there. It's there. We've seen it some this spring, and we want to continue to grow in that area as well as, you know, what we're doing physically.